morning. My God, I conked right out. It is 11:15. You know, something happens when you get like really nice and warm in here at like 8:30 or 9. If you haven't got out of bed yet, like 8 o'clock, then you almost I find I almost go into like secondary sleep. Like I just conk out, you know, yeah, 11:15. So it's almost like I sleep. Then I was awake for, kind of rolling around in bed for like 2 hours, because the sun gets you up, and then fall asleep again. Then it's like a nap. Anyway, my body, I clearly needed it, right? I mean, and today I don't really have any big goals, just get out of here, right? Which is, for me, not a difficult 12 kilometers. So a little math. I think I was in my bag for about 14 to 14 and a half hours. I mean, I went to bed early. It was starting to rain anyway, so it's crazy. Today's going to be rough, like mentally, emotionally. It's hard to turn back on a hike. And I'm heading back to civilization without accomplishing what I wanted, right? I saw some cool stuff. And it was nice to come back and visit Jacques Lake again. But, yeah, I'm defeated. And I'll never, ever get through that Breccia Creek. No, right? I'm convinced that nobody will. Maybe you can get through, and if you have a boat or something to get across Rocky River, okay. So now you go through it once. But going there and then coming back, no. I don't think anyone will ever do that. Well, goodbye, Jacques Lake. I don't think I'll be seeing you again. That's a little sad. I don't think I've ever left at 10 after 1 in the afternoon on the backpack. Just massively unmotivated, tired. Obviously, I slept in a long time. Wow. Oh my God. This is the third time I've been by here, the fourth time actually. And it's the first time I ever saw this. There is a trail. It's supposed to be horrible though. It's supposed to be like, I don't know, just as bad as mine. Let's put it that way. I almost wish I didn't find it. I have noticed, like, good Lord. Did I learn anything from that? I did. Don't go up here. Don't. Just don't. There's no cabins. There's nothing. Nothing. Apparently it was a crap. If you read the guides, it was a crap trail anyway. It was never fun. This is when they were taking care of it. So, yeah. I don't think I had this view a few days ago. I think it was underneath the clouds. Quite nice. And a perfect spot for a break. Well, I was having a semi-pleasant walk. Sometimes rain just happens. What do you do? Well, here's Second Summit Lake. We have a nice trail down from this end that I actually didn't notice, and there's even a cut. So somebody's taking care of this trail. Well, it's too bad I don't have a view. Not much of one. Still raining. I mean, it stopped for a bit, but then it started up again. I'm just going to walk along the lake shore. I know that there's a mystery trail all the way to the other end that I want to check out, so why not? Get a little adventure in from my way back. It's quite pleasant in here. You can clearly hear something major coming down that. And if you're mountaineering, you definitely get up into a bunch of these basins. When I read the registrar 5 years ago, some park staff were talking about coming down here on deer trails. I think they meant this, because I can't figure out anywhere down there where there'd be any deer trail. So you can see it, right? It's clear. A little squishy in here, but I got good boots, so not bothering me too much. Wow. I'm about halfway done walking the lake. It's cleared up and the view is outstanding. All right, that's the worst obstacle I've had to deal with, and I'm almost done. I wonder what possible reasoning there could be. Maybe leaving this for nature, to put a trail up in the woods, a boring trail, when there's all this massive shoreline of this lake. Maybe it really does go up and down that badly, but it is fantastic. I mean, why would you not want to walk down by this? It's amazing. All right, done. So I found this a couple of days ago. This is some kind of secret trail because the main trail is over there. And it looks in great shape. There's been, nothing recent, but there's lots of chainsaw work done on this. See where it goes. Well, this trail comes to an open area and then you get the most amazing shot of this sheer rock slab. This is fantastic. This is better than anything you'll get from the main trail. It really is. Gee, I think people are using this for the ACC hut. They got a full-blown winter toque out here. It's funny. Well, absolutely zero surprise. This is comes to First Summit Lake. This must have been the original trail. Some light bulb. Somebody at Parks Canada decided to blaze through the woods, because why would a pack trail ever do that? Pack train. I mean, obviously they're gonna walk alongside the lake, right? I'm gonna round around in here a little bit. It'll be part of my break. Well, I'm convinced that these summit lakes are completely underutilized. Beaver Lake, you have like boats, you have a little picnic area. I mean, you can't walk around Beaver Lake. You can circle both lakes actually pretty easily. You could easily put like a little campground in here. I mean, both lakes would be absolutely delightful to walk around. I mean, I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Yeah, this is pretty insane. These are some natural treasures, man. Absolutely. Okay, this is one of the strangest things I've ever seen. You have this mountain of earth across here. I'll get my finger out of the way so it can focus. And then you clearly have the beginnings of a beaver den, but it's old. I mean, there's even some evidence over there of beaver activity. So a beaver did this, but I don't think it's been lived in for some time. But what is this mountain of earth? Where'd it come from? There's even a little bit of cutting, but I've seen a few cuts along this. Well, I decided to wander off trail a little bit and come check out Beaver Lake from a different vantage. This is pretty outstanding. There's that rock that shale you can see so well from the Summit Lakes. All right, last obstacle. So right now the park says you're going over here. There's a bridge that's been partially swept away. There's 2 channels. The bridge goes over one, then you have to cross the other one, and then you end up going through the same stuff. Like down there, you slosh for a while. Now I remember 5 years ago, as long as you stayed over on this side, you didn't have to do any of that. So I'm gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna bushwhack on this side and see if that works. There's actually all kinds of cuts over here, so it's a little confusing. Maybe the trail came over here once upon a time, I don't know. Well, I haven't gone far, and already you can see there's a branch out heading that way. The whole point was to avoid stuff like this, so I don't know here. Well, I can see why this water is giving the park fits. All right, that's already more than I care to. I'll just go back and I'll change everything out, and I'll do it the same way I did when I came in. Well, I'll be able to get my feet and knees in the water. I've never had to go down on this trip, down to the water and like put my knees and feet in. It's always happened organically. Every day I have gone in the water, just out of necessity, basically. Well, back to the car, and I've definitely taken a different stance from when I was here earlier. Because, yeah, no wonder no one was out there with me. Well, what can I say? Looks like the animals get the place to themselves for a while. That's for sure. Jock Lake, you know, you gotta be careful about the first 200 or 300 meters, that's for sure. Right now it's high water, so you know, as long as Parks is not, you know, that trail, that bridge, Parks will have to drag it back across or do something. I don't know, that trail needs a major reroute or something. I don't know, you know, it needs some kind of permanent fixing. Anyway, I can always say that I gave it a hell of a try, you know. I really, really did. Consider what I've done. I've done some pretty, I mean, North Boundary Trail, South Boundary Trail. I've done some pretty crazy things. I'm pretty effing stubborn, right? I'm pretty stubborn. And I couldn't do that. I mean, yeah. Well, I said before this even started, don't go do this yourself. Just watch me do it. Now you have an even better reason, because, I mean, you saw what it was like, and even I couldn't do it. I just, yeah. Get out there and hike. There's something you don't see every day. A mama bear crossing with her 2 cubs.